Hey y'all, today I'm going to be doing a grungy tutorial using Lunar Beauty's Greek Goddess palette, and this is my first time using this palette, so I'm going to be sharing some of my thoughts along the way. If you would like to see how I got this look, and just keep on watching. So I noticed on YouTube and Instagram and even Twitter that a lot of people in their Lunar Beauty Mystery boxes, they got the Greek Goddess palette. So I figured today we would do a little tutorial with it. I was also going to go ahead and update you on what my wife Sarah got in her box. And she basically got the same stuff that I got, except for instead of the Strawberry Dream palette, she got a pair of gray sweatpants. She got the gray sweatpants, she got the Moon Prism powder in the shade Jupiter. She also got the Greek Goddess palette, the same two liquid lips I got, and I think that's it. Oh, and she also got the necklace. So that was the only difference, is that she didn't get the Strawberry Dream palette. But anyway, I also wanted to update you on the fact that I did contact Lunar Beauty after I added up my totals for both boxes. So mine was 188 and Sarah's was 180 even. So I contacted them and they're actually kind enough to send 2 new boxes to us. So if you would like to see what differences we got in those boxes, go ahead and leave a comment, let me know. Or I can just update you on Twitter or Instagram. So, and if you also want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram, it is Tired But Flawless for Instagram, and then the same for Twitter. But let's go ahead and just jump right in. And I'm gonna show you what the palette looks like one more time. I'm kind of thinking about doing like using the shade Aphrodite, Athena, kind of in that range. So I'm kind of feeling a little bit grungy anyway, hence the Nirvana shirt. So I figured we'll just go that route. So the first shade I'm going to go ahead and dip into is Persephone right here. And I'm going to be using the Sedona Lace 407 brush. And if you haven't noticed, it has become one of my favorite brushes. And I'm going to go ahead and just take that on my crease. And like always, I'm going to be swiping back and forth. So this weekend, I'm actually going to another party, and I haven't really talked about the Teresa Roma party I went to last Saturday. So I have another Christmas party this weekend, and actually I have another Christmas party Saturday, so that's actually not far. And I'll actually be going to Houston for it, which is like a good hour and 20-minute drive from my house. So most likely I think we're going to be staying downtown, and luckily Courtney is so sweet and so kind that she's willing to stay overnight with my children. I'm going to go ahead and use a Luxie 209 shader brush, and I'm going to be dipping into the shade Aphrodite, which is going to be this like maroon right here. I'm going to pack that on my outer corner. I'm kind of building it up towards my brow bone and my crease. So I've actually decided I'm going to continue with the shade Aphrodite and bring it more towards the middle of my eyelid. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend it even more in. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use a darker shade. In fact, I'm going to Google how to say it before I pronounce it and ruin it. But I'm going to use a darker shade to deepen up that red. I'm going to actually be taking this shade right here. I cannot pronounce it, and I do not feel like butchering it right this moment. I'm also going to be using the Luxie 209 brush for that. And I'm just going to pack it on just the outer corner. and then slightly blending it towards the center. So I'm now gonna go ahead and take a little precision brush. This is gonna be the one from Sonya K at Target, and go back into that darker shade and just dab it down my crease line. And then I'm gonna go back in with the Sedona Lace brush wiped off and blend that line out. Also picking up the shade Aphrodite as well while blending that line out. Now I'm gonna use a Morphe M326 brush, a little precision brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and get that wet with Anastasia's Dewy Set Mist, and go ahead and dip into the shade Iris right there. Apply it in the center of my eyelid. Go ahead and try to put my finger in there to see if I get a little bit more on there, like kind of brighten it up a little bit. Yeah, that actually worked a lot better. So even if you make a mistake, and like you saw how I sprayed the brush, put it on my eye with the brush, and then put my finger in, I'm still gonna go ahead and wet the brush, apply it with the brush, and then do my finger again, because it won't look the same. Just like I had before, I'm gonna take a clean fluffy brush. This one's gonna be from Sonya K at Target. And I'm just gonna kind of sweep over my eyes just to blend everything out. I'm gonna move on to the bottom lash line, and I'm gonna use a Morphe and Jeffree Star JS7 brush. This little flat angled brush right here. And I'm gonna dip back into the shade Aphrodite and just kind of smoke out my bottom lash line. And then I'm gonna go back in with the Morphe M326 brush and dip back into Iris and finish my bottom lash line. Also apply that shade in my inner corner. Okay, so we'll say using that shade in my inner corner kind of burns a little bit, not gonna lie. So that might not have been the smartest decision. But I'm already there, so we're just gonna keep going with it. So, and this is the first time I'm dipping into this palette. So I'm like still trying to like form an opinion on it if I do like it. I will say that it does feel different from the other two palettes that I already previously owned. Like, I feel like the Strawberry Dream and the Moonspell palette seem to be a different formula. Now that could just be me, But I feel like some of these shades, they're just like, here is the darker shade I use that I absolutely cannot pronounce. It's like dusty. And I'm not trying to be negative. It's just, it really truly is just dusty. And the payoff is just not as nice. If I go ahead and grab my Moonspell palette. So now this is Moonspell, and this is Lunar Beauty's Halloween / holiday collection. And if I grab the shade, I can grab any of these shades. I'm actually gonna grab this one right here. That's Nancy. You see, that's like a big difference to me. Like that, it's the color, it's true to pan. And then with this one, I mean, I like gravitate towards the shade Nemesis. I grab it right there, and I go to apply it, and it's just not there. And maybe it's because it's an older palette. Maybe it's because it was, I believe it's his second palette he released, so maybe he was still trying to figure things out. I just don't think it's as good as the Moonspell palette. But any shadow, you can really work to get what you want. And also the other shades, I've not burned my eyes before. So that is that. Now, and don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful palette. It's also very neutral, which is usually a route that I don't go. The only color that's really like pops out at me was that Nemesis shade, and the rest are kind of like neutral. So with my eyes almost put on, I'm gonna go ahead and get off camera and apply some liner and some lashes, and I will be right back. All right. So I went ahead and put on some lashes and put on like some black eyeliner. I know it looks a little bit dark, but I was going for a little bit of a grungy look. So I just used a black little cool eyeliner for my waterline. I think this is from a BoxyCharm, Hollywood and Vine. So I used that in my waterline, and then I used the Hank and Henry Blickety Black eyeliner, and this eyeliner is everything. So, but that's what I used. And my lashes were, I believe they were the Tartiste Goddess Style by Tarte. So now I'm going to go ahead and add some highlight, some bronzer, and I'm going to continue to use Lunar Beauty's or Manny MUA's products. So I'm going to go ahead and apply some bronzer and use the Lunar Beauty Moon Prism Powder. This one's in the shade Jupiter, and I say bronzer because the shade that I got, it won't work for a highlight for me, but it would work as a really good bronzer. So to bronze the face, I'm going to be using a Morphe and Jeffree Star JS1 brush. Now this is a foundation brush, and I've said this before, this is a fantastic contouring brush and bronzing brush. And just go ahead and dab that in there. I'm just going to bronze up my face. I may not feel like a Greek goddess right now, but I tell you, I feel like a bronze goddess. This is actually a really nice color for a bronzer. Alright, so now I'm going to move into some highlight, and some people are gonna probably think I'm fucking crazy. So I'm going to be using the Jeffree Star Skin Frost and Manny MUA collaboration in the shade Eclipse, which looks like this. And I don't know if you can see that, but it does have the Jeffree Star logo in it as well. So I'm going to be using a Too Faced highlighting brush. It looks just like this. I'm just gonna go ahead and dip in there and highlight my cheekbones. So, and as always, I'm going to take my big fluffy brush and I'm going to go ahead and blend it all out. So I'm going to move on to the lips. And I actually really want to use a shade that came from the mystery box. And the two shades that I got were the Aphrodite shade and the Dreamsicle shade. So I think I might be going with this red more than the coral color. So, and it is this beautiful, beautiful, like Christmas time red. So I'm going to go ahead and line my lips and piss everyone else off and use Jeffree Star's lip liner in the shade RedRum. So I actually went ahead and added a little bit of a deeper red to the lip. And I stuck with Lunar Beauty, so I used Lunar Beauty's Witch Bitch on the outer corners, kind of ombrade it together and had the brighter red in the middle. And so now I'm just going to set my face, and I'm going to be using the Iconic London Prep Set and Glow. And this is my final look. So if you enjoyed this tutorial, you want some more grungy looks, go ahead and hit the like button. I'm kind of a big fan of more grungy looks. And subscribe if you already haven't, and ring the bell, do all the little things. And then until next time, bye.